going on, everyone? And welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. And this week, I'm going to be continuing my trend of Steven Seagal movies, and I'm doing a double feature. Yes, I'm going to be looking at the Under Siege movies, Under Siege and Under Siege 2. So, why the heck not? So, I might as well kill two birds with one stone, just talk about both of them, all right? So, for those of you that are not familiar with Steven Seagal's work, but believe it or not, these movies are considered his more famous work in some ways than others, and I'll explain why in a little bit. All right, but anyway, the plot is Steven Seagal plays possibly one of the most badass character names I've ever heard in history. Casey Ryback is an ex-Navy SEAL who becomes a cook aboard, I forget which ship it is. It's a battleship in the first movie that eventually gets hijacked by terrorists, which includes a quote-unquote aging rock star played by Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, so that's the crazy plot of the first one. So the second one, similar kind of story, except he's taken his daughter, his niece. Apparently he has a niece. That's something they never explained on a train from Denver to L.A. And of course, just like the same thing, the train gets hijacked by terrorists, and of course, used in their own ways of trying to take over the world or do their own crazy shit. All right, and it's just crazy to think okay, Casey Ryback, badass name, cool profession, but he's always the unexpected hero, wrong place, right time kind of nonsense. But hey, I think that was the kind of the direction they were kind of trying to go with this character. But what brings it down is Steven Seagal's one-dimensional acting. Seriously, if you cannot give him an emotional script and just try to run with it, okay? And of course, you heard me say this before. I've heard people say he is difficult to work with. Why is that? Well, I think it's because he just wants to do his own thing. It's come on, I'm acting. Yeah, this is who I am. Talking in a low voice like this isn't acting. You're just trying to be a tough guy. Find some range, pal. All right, but let's see. That's just the one knock I have on both these movies. But the rest of both these movies really move at a great pace. The action is just top. It can be sometimes it's batshit insane, a little bit unrealistic at some points. Well, it's more so in the last movie, in the second movie, okay, which I'm going to get to momentarily. But I like but what makes these Under Siege movies just stand out is the fact that that they try to show the fact that this character Casey Ryback he's all American. He's American to the core. He's a SEAL. He's a hero. He's a real American hero. And yes, and of course he definitely backs it up. Okay, and and we're not Seagal has one famous line from the first Under Siege movie. It's nah, I'm just a cook. And they're oh, great. Of all the people we got trust in the world, we got a freaking cook. So, yeah, it's a little bit, I find it to be a bit of a humorous line in that movie, but it really works. It's what am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm just something. But, of course, it proves that even in the lowliest professions, a hero can still rise to the occasion. And I think that's what this character has done in both these movies. All right? So, yeah. But now let's talk about the villains. Besides Tommy Lee Jones's rock star gimmick that I kind of like, but it's really weird. It's I never expected him to play a villain. Okay, I always associated him with good devils, like in Men in Black when he played what's his name? Q? Or no, not Q. K. I'm sorry, it's late. But anyway, but you get my point. So yeah, seeing him like this, I think it kind of works for him. I really enjoy that. And another crazy thing is you got Gary Busey, who plays Commander Krill. Spoilers, who is kind of twisted and corrupted. So yeah, what you kind of place to Gary Busey's strength anyway, because he is crazy. And more proof, my girlfriend has met him. He is crazy. Jesus. But anyway, besides those, the movie, that first movie is just great, okay? I love the saying. Essentially, all the Die Hard formula just thrown onto a boat, and it works, okay? The one thing that brings it down is just Steven Seagal. And that's the problem, and that's the same thing that occurs in the second one, okay? Like I said, playing one-dimensional thing, but he does have a good line. It's I always win in the kitchen kind of thing. I'm damn. I like that. But yeah, well, let's see. The villains in the second movie are a little different. Instead of a quote unquote terrorist group or an Agent Rockstar gimmick that wants to hijack a boat and a ship for use for his own means, and here it's a former Pentagon official named Thomas Dane, played by, I forget how you pronounce this guy's name. It's Eric Bogosian. If I got that wrong, shoot me, okay? Or as I remember, I believe he was on Law and Order. I believe he would play on Law and Order eventually after this movie. But yeah, I'm gonna say this. I kind of like this villain. It's like he's got like a commanding presence. I love his voice. It's like how do I say this? It's like stern and like to the point. And for some odd reason, kind of reminds me a little bit of our dearly departed Anthony Bourdain, if that makes any sense. Like he always had commanding voice. Like that thing. If you have a good commanding voice, that makes people say, "Oh shit, we gotta listen." That speaks volumes, and that's what this character I really liked about him. You know, being the former dejected government official, saying, "Oh, I have what you have. Now this is my revenge on you guys." I'm like, damn. So essentially, pretty much like a revenge kind of mission for the villain. But yeah. But now comes the crazy thing that this just blows my mind. So like I mentioned earlier, Casey Ryback is taking his niece on his train from Denver to L.A. His niece is played by a young Katherine Heigl. Holy shit! And wow, it's just crazy to think about. It's like, oh my god, the most stuck-up bratty bitch that we know today was looked like this cool, cute, innocent teenager in Under Siege. But yeah, it's just crazy to think about that. But hey, some of these movies just play you both the story's strengths and weaknesses. But let's see. But the cheese factor ramps up, okay, especially towards the end of Under Siege 2. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, this cannot be unrealistic. Come on. How can Casey Ryback survive almost a train derailment? Because there's a point where the train hits another train, practically derails, and somehow he gets almost knocked out. Somehow was able to recover enough and sprint out the rest of the train and leap onto a helicopter. I find that a little unrealistic. I'm like this is like video game kind of stuff. It's like makes no sense. It's like, damn. So I have no idea what they were thinking with that. I think they should have made it more like down to earth. Like seriously, that would not happen in the day. If a train derails, you're fucking dead. Okay, sorry for that, but that's the awful truth. All right. So enough of my rambling. So I'm gonna say this right now. That I see why these movies are considered his best because even though he's like a one note man Seagal is, but like I feel like this role is like his more famous role because it really proves that he is like the typical blue collar guy, the guy that can rise to the occasion no matter what kind of position he's in, and he can still save the day. And this movie is one of his best. These two movies are his best ones. But if I had to pick which one was the better one, I don't know. Part of me kind of leans toward the second one, but of course, despite some unrealistic nature of that movie, but I'm gonna say you can't beat the first one, which is Under Siege. Which of course, I'm glad it's Under Siege. So yeah, I'm sorry, it's getting late. So if I had to give these movies a score, so Under Siege, I'm gonna give the first Under Siege movie, I'm gonna give it maybe an 8 out of 10. The Under Siege 2, I'm going to give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10. That's as best I'm going to give. I probably wanted to rank it higher, but like I said, some things took me out of it, which kind of made me say, okay, that can't really happen, all right? So that does for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome, exciting videos.